out of high school, if you don't go to college, or out of college, if you don't go, or just out of college, I don't think that you should take a job or a career out of pressure. Like, oh, so you graduated, what are you going to do now? And just go take some shitty job that's like, oh, it's got good benefits and do it forever. I think you should be very careful with the step you take at that point. I didn't have anyone around me to tell me this, but I wish someone would have told me, listen, you're living at home right now, you don't have rent, you don't have a car payment, you don't have student loans, you have this little side job and you make a few bucks to pay for food and gas and stuff like that. Go figure out, go read a book, take a course, travel somewhere, go figure out who you are. What are your values? What do you actually like to do? What would you want to attempt? Like a dream, something difficult. Start a business, become an artist of some type of musician, whatever it is, something big, and just start it then. Instead of going for like that comfort of a salary and people, oh, good job, you got that job, and like play the safe route, because now I'm 33 and a half, and I'm kind of, I wouldn't say starting over, because I have built some things, but I'm in a place where I really could have been in this position almost right out of college, or even almost out of high school, if I would have just like not went the safe route. College was kind of a waste for me, but I don't want to get into that too much. But like I was doing work with a friend, and there was a change in plans, and I'm like in transitioning out of that, and it wasn't really expected. And I'm in a position now where like the safety of some jobs I had in the past, they just delayed the inevitable. Like I think it's why a lot of guys go through like midlife crisis, because like in their late 30s, early 40s, because they get this job and they live this life that isn't true to themselves, and eventually that catches up with them, and they're like, what the hell am I doing? But I think it takes a little courage when you're on the beginning side of that. Right out of college, you should take a gap year. You should go live in another city, get a roommate, live in a small apartment. Like now with YouTubers and all these like resources online, you could figure something out where it's like, do you want to be a YouTuber? Do you want to start a business? Do you want to like get into some industry? I should have done that, and now I feel like I'm starting in some instances at this age when I think it would have been easier to make some mistakes and fail and have to restart the younger you are, because like you get into your 30s, and if you want to have a family, like it starts to become a little bit more complicated of a situation, where in your 20s you could wait 5 or 10 years and it's not a big deal, so you could have a lot of failures. But it's hard once you get something that's like kind of safe or it's kind of secure, or you have a little success in it. Even if you don't love it, it's very hard to like go away from it. It's very hard. Like I resigned from a job that was like so plush. It was so easy. It was so well respected in my community, and it grabbed me, and it kept me there for like 5 or 6 years. And then after that, I worked with a friend for a while, and it wasn't terrible work. I enjoyed it, but it still wasn't building something for me. I was building something for someone else, and I think that's a huge mistake. Whether you're working for a company or a big or small, no matter what it is, if you're talented and smart and you're trying really hard at something and you're building something for someone else, I think that's a mistake. I made it, and I think that you're going to be working no matter what. Like, why not work at something that as it compounds, you own that, you get the benefits, you and your family get the benefits of the compounding growth of it. Instead of putting in work, and like even if you're working for someone else, there's going to be failures and setbacks, there's going to be stress, it's going to be hard. So like you're going to have those same things. Why not do it for yourself, where the compound and you reap all the benefits instead of reaping almost no benefits except a small paycheck? And the reality of it is you're not really valued in any job. Like they replace you as soon as you leave, they let go of you as soon as there's a better option. When budget cuts come, they fire you. And building something for yourself, I think it's bulletproof, and that's why I won't do anything else for the rest of my life besides build businesses. I don't know how many or what type exactly. Right now it's a cold plunge company, and it's a non-toxic guide. So it's called the Healthy Home Guide. It shows you how to make your house go from all toxic products to non-toxic products in a super easy way with like clickable links. I want that to get into a lot of homes. So when I go into a friend's house, they have the guide. They don't have toxic laundry detergent and candles and all this stuff screwing with them. They follow the guide, and their hormones are good. They're not getting cancer. I think that's a great product. So we're going to promote that. We're going to sell that. And cold plunging has changed my life. I want to bring it to more people. So I started a cold plunge company because the only inflatables on the market were toxic, inflatable cold plungers leaching chemicals into the water. And I thought that was irresponsible of cold plunge companies. So I spent the last 2 years developing the world's first non-toxic inflatable cold plunge. Hopefully that goes on sale in the next few months. Those are the first two businesses that I'm starting. But I don't know where they'll go or how long I'll work on them, but I'll always just keep building products and businesses. And whether I sell the business or the product succeeds or not, maybe it's not a route for everyone, but to me, that risk and that pressure is the only place I'll go, because the other routes of just sitting in an office clicking away and it just not being great, or building something for someone else and then there's a change of plans and now you're on your own, that just doesn't, that's not going to happen anymore. Not up in here. Not up in here. All right, what do we got? Last set, deadlifts. If you've ever seen some like entrepreneurial movies or like hero type movies, it's never about like, oh, right out of college I got this secure job and I lived happily ever after. There was always some failures and trials and tribulations, and then they ultimately, like, I don't know, Pursuit of Happiness, The Founder, I don't know what's another one, but movies like that where people are following a dream, maybe there's some entrepreneurship behind it, they're starting a company, even though the founder did some shady stuff. We still have McDonald's because of him. And when McDonald's first started, it was actually pretty good. It was all like local organic beef tallow. It was all like, the original McDonald's now would be like one of the fanciest, healthiest places to eat. Isn't that weird? Like if McDonald's was started in 2024, if McDonald's was started in 2025 with the same quality of food that it started in whatever it was, 1940s, 50s, 60s, I don't even know when it started, it would be one of the fanciest, healthiest places to get food. 100% organic, no seed oils, no preservatives, like everything was like fresh, local, like super high quality and delicious. It would be the healthiest. That's how this country has gone.